He takes me to this remote location. He is super tall. Asks me to come over. So he takes me to building optional beach. Hey guys, and welcome back to another story time. And today we are going to be talking about the worst situationship. I have had a lot of situationships because I am dumb and God wants to teach me, but I do not want to learn. In fact, I feel God has made me into a rat experiment, and he thinks that he's going to set an example for all the other bitches. So he keeps introducing me to the worst kind of men, and I wish I was asexual or lesbian, but here we are. First of all, look at me. Who is not gonna, want to be with me? So anyways, it was a few years ago and I was in my party girl era. In fact, I would go to party. I remember like one time it was snowing so bad and me and my girlfriends went clubbing and it was so fun. I remember like I have never bought my own drinks. I'm not kidding. I pregame and I never buy my drinks outside. And that is a rule that I will never break. And so that day, me and my friends, like I have a little buzz going on and I am like kind of drunk, enjoying my life and dancing. And like one thing about me is I love pop music. I love Ariana Grande songs. I love Beyonce. I love those kind of songs, and I'm sure a lot of people love that. I am enjoying my life. Universe does not like that. Anytime I have 2 minutes of happiness, they are like, you know what, bitch, she does not deserve that. So let's fuck her up. This guy is tall as fuck, has beard, and if you know anything about me, or if you knew me back then, my standard below the hell. Universe has a hard time looking for my standards because they are non-existent. I feel like men often take advantage once they get to know that this bitch is, crazy, insecure, and easy to manipulate, because I feel like they also gravitate towards that kind of people. Anyways, so this guy is like dancing and he's like across the dance floor and I'm dancing, but I needed the free drinks. So I'm like looking around and like see if somebody makes an eye contact with me, and then if it's a vibe, then they'll buy me a drink. And because why the fuck not, ladies? Like this guy looks at me and I look at him, and that happens like a couple times and I don't really do anything. Obviously, like why would I make the move? Like in Hindi, there's a saying, the person who is thirsty goes to the well does not go to the thirsty guy. So thinking all that, I'm like dancing, and like at that point I'm not even thinking anything, honestly. I'm drunk, I'm having fun, and that's all that matters, and I'm not like thinking about the entire situation. Right now it feels like I am doing like equation and like maths or whatnot, but at that point I was just enjoying, and like this guy was looking at me and I was like, okay bitch, like what's up? So he makes his way to me and we start dancing, and then there is a huge height difference between us. He is super tall. I think like he must have been like 6'2". I wasn't wearing heels or anything. I was just wearing Converse. Anyway, so he wanted to talk, and I don't understand, why do people want to talk in a club? Like, you're here to dance, buy me a free drink and let's move on with our lives. Like the fuck? He's asking me all sorts of questions about myself. For me, even bare minimum was enough. Like if a guy is asking me about my hobbies, period. He is so good. He's so thoughtful. He wants to get to know me. He cares about me and all that. Like he would just ask me, how are you? And I'm thinking about all these questions. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. We are dancing and all that, and he didn't buy me a drink. Instead, he asks me, hey, do you want to talk outside? And I'm like, bitch, is there a van outside ready to like take me away? But it was very crowded, and I was like, yeah, sure, like why don't we go out? Anyway, so he takes me out of the club. He's holding my hand, leading the way, and I'm like, this is how he's gonna lead me to our fairy tale wedding, and we'll be walking down the aisle like this. Like, I feel like something here is just not working at all. We go out, he starts talking, and like he's asking me where am I from, what am I doing, what am I studying, what are my hobbies and all that. I'm like, fuck, like I didn't sign up for an interview. Like I have a good buzz going on. Like I want to go dance. But anyways, he's talking to me and I like attention. Like, let's be honest. Not in general. Like I feel like, let me be honest about myself, I do like attention. We talk a lot, and then after a while, he asks me, do you want to go on a drive with me? It's like 1:30, 2 a.m. and the club is about to close anyway. So I'm like, yeah, sure, like why not? And then he takes me to a place where I've never been in Vancouver, and I don't remember. I think it was like around Pitt Meadows or something. Like it was a little bit farther away. And first of all, let's talk about his car. His car was older than I think the earth itself. Like the car was so old that it was 6 feet under, bitch. Like that should have been my red flag, but bitch, like he was tall. So I was like, wow, so cute. He has a car, but bitch, I didn't even have a car back then. So why the fuck am I even judging this bitch? So he takes me to this remote location. It's very gorgeous. It's not like that there was nothing. There was like a beautiful, I don't know if it was ocean or whatever, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably ocean because we are in Vancouver, and it wasn't a river, I'm sure. And then there was a dock, and it was gorgeous, and I don't remember what it's called. Maybe it was somewhere in Richmond or Pitt Meadows. Maybe it was somewhere where I don't usually go. We are chit-chatting and everything, and like this guy, first of all, in the car, he's talking to me and his breath fucking stinks. How the fuck are you going out to pick somebody and like going on a little date or whatever? And even if it's not a date, like why do you want to put people through that? Like people who are around you. It's about 4 a.m. and I'm like, I gotta go home because bitch, a bitch has to work. And then nothing comes out of it. The conversations that we were having was not that fun. In fact, he was just talking about his life, his ex and all that. Like he was talking about how much he loved his ex, which I don't really need to know. Like I don't really even care. Why are you talking about your ex right now anyways? Like men, please, if you're watching this video, and honestly whoever, don't talk about your ex. Like when you're talking to somebody new, just don't even, like imagine that you have never dated somebody before them, especially like for a first date or like when you're first getting to know each other. What's the point? Like I don't understand, like why would you want to talk about somebody that you used to see? Like it's not a good picture for anybody to imagine. Anyway, so he drops me home. I am like all smitten. After that, this bitch just ghosts me. I feel like people be love bombing you and then they ghost you. So I remember like at that point I was also new to Canada, so I didn't really know much, and then I texted him a couple times and the conversation just never was both sided. It was, and I don't want to have a conversation that's like one-sided. Like why would I want to do that? So after a year he texts me. I have been losing my accent and I was more like Canadian. Like I knew a lot of mannerism and like conversations and whatnot, and somehow like that impressed him. So we meet up again, asks me to come over. Now he lived like 3 kilometers away and it wasn't too far. I go over and I don't know what the fuck was going on. After not seeing me for 2 years, he immediately starts talking about how, you know, it would be so nice to date me. It would be so nice to take me out. It would be so nice to do this and that. And I'm like, bitch, did it not occur to you? Like, did it not clock you that you could have done that in the past 1 year when I was lonely as fuck? Like, what the fuck? I am not gonna date you. Like, you are just not my type anymore. I have seen better days. And then I go home. Nothing happens. We don't hook up. Nothing. A couple days after that, it's summer, and he asked me if I want to go to a beach with him. And I'm like, bitch, I don't drive, but if somebody's giving me a ride to a beach, like, why the fuck not? So he takes me to this beach. It's like clothing optional beach in Vancouver. It's a famous beach, Wreck Beach. He took me to that beach and he's like there with very like old people. Like when I say old, I'm talking about 60 plus. And he's talking to them and like he's hanging out with them, and like I'm not really getting any attention anyways. So I go around and like I walk around and I see things that I wish I hadn't seen. And then after like the whole entire day of me being there with him, I feel like there's no chemistry. So I'm not really like taking anything seriously. And then he drops me home. And after that, we talk a little bit, but he keeps texting me. Like, I think he texted me every other month. But this guy was so weird. So I just decided to not respond to him one time. And then I never responded to him because I feel like there was a pattern of hot and cold. Sometimes he would text me, sometimes he won't text me. He kept me guessing a lot of the times. And then it was just crazy. And I'm like, I really don't deserve that. And I was busy with my friends anyways. That was the story.